Bonjour, c'est Clara Clearly French. Today we're going to have a look at expressions that trigger the subjunctive in French. First of all, let me remind you what the subjunctive is for. It's used to express doubt, necessity, emotion, wishes, or other subjective situations. It's often introduced by specific expressions or verbs that trigger its use. Most of these use que, but bear in mind that not every expression with que will trigger the subjunctive. It's only those I will give you next. In this video, I will show you most of the most common triggers with examples. I will also show you specific cases where you can avoid using the subjunctive altogether. First of all, it's used with expressions of necessity and obligation. Il faut que, which is probably the most useful one you can learn. It is necessary that. Il faut que tu fasses tes devoirs. Literally, it is necessary that you do your homework. But it means you need to do your homework. You see how after il faut que, faire is in the subjunctive fasse. Il est essentiel que. It is essential that. Il est essentiel que vous compreniez cette leçon. It is essential that you understand this lesson. Again, after il est essentiel que, you've got compreniez, which is the subjunctive of comprenez, comprendre. You will also use it with expressions of doubt and uncertainty. Il est possible que. It is possible that. Il est possible qu'elle soit malade. It's possible that she is sick. Of course, in English, you'd probably say she might be sick or she may be sick, but we don't have these might and may verbs in French, so you have to construct your sentence differently to express the same idea. Douter que, to doubt that. Je doute qu'il vienne. I doubt that he's coming. You see how vienne is the subjunctive of venir. And earlier we had qu'elle soit malade. Soit is the subjunctive of être. Next, you'll use it with expressions of emotion. Être content que. To be glad that. Je suis contente que tu sois là. I put it in the feminine here with an E at the end of content. Contente. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that you are here. Avoir peur que. To be afraid that. J'ai peur qu'il ne pleuve. I'm afraid that it will rain. You'd probably say, I'm afraid it might rain again. Now, I've put this ne in brackets here because even though we don't use it when we speak, it's not actually a negative ne, like the normal one. It's called an expletive ne. It's a style requirement and it's used more in formal and literary contexts. It's not necessary in everyday spoken French, so for now, just ignore it. I put it in for grammatical sake, but really you don't need it when you speak. We say, j'ai peur qu'il pleuve. Expressions of will or desire. Vouloir que, to want that. Je veux que tu viennes avec nous. I want that you come with us, literally. But you say, I want you to come with us. You see how English has cleverly avoided the use of the subjunctive with that structure. I want you to. Make it really simple. Can't do that with French. If you say, je veux venir avec vous, it means I want to come with you. It's the same person. But here, I want that you come with us. It's not the same person. I want you to do something. So you're a bit stuck here. You can't not use the subjunctive. Souhaiter que, to wish that. Je souhaite que vous réussissiez. I wish that you succeed. You wouldn't say it like that in English, but literally that's how it translates as. You will also need the subjunctive after certain conjunctions, such as bien que, which is although, bien qu'il soit tard, nous allons sortir. Although it's late, we're going out, or we're going to go out, literally. You could have said on va sortir. I'm just using nous here because I don't use it very often and I want to show you what it's like with nous. Pour que, very useful this one, so that. Je le fais pour que tu sois heureux. I do it so that you're happy. Then you've got avant que, before plus a verb. Ferme la fenêtre avant qu'il pleuve. Again, you've got this expletive ne here. You don't have to say it. It's only if you write formally that you'd use it. Close the window before it rains. À condition que, provided that. Tu peux sortir à condition que tu finisses tes devoirs. You can go out provided that you finish your homework. You can also use it after certain impersonal expressions, such as c'est dommage que, it's a shame that. C'est dommage que tu ne puisses pas venir. It's a shame you can't come. Il est important que, it's important that. Il est important que vous soyez à l'heure. It's important that you're on time. You will also use the subjunctive with superlative expressions. For instance, le seul qui, the only one who. C'est le seul qui puisse nous aider. Is the only one who can help us. And le meilleur que, the best that. C'est le meilleur livre que j'ai jamais lu. It's the best book that I have ever read. And here this jamais is not negative, that's why there's no ne there, because it means ever as opposed to never. Now let's have a look at how to avoid using the subjunctive whenever possible. In some cases, you can get round it by changing the expression or the sentence construction, but you are very limited in how you can express yourself. So most of the time you will need to know how to use the subjunctive anyway. But let me show you anyway how you can avoid it. You can use an infinitive construction. For instance, with il faut que tu viennes, we saw was you need to come over. But you could say il faut venir. The problem is it kind of changes slightly to personal, il faut que tu viennes, that's a you need to come over, as opposed to anyone can come over, il faut venir. Il faut is a lot more indirect than il faut que. But it can do the job. Also, when you say je souhaite que tu réussisses, I wish that you succeed, you could say je souhaite te voir réussir, I wish to see you succeed, and then you don't need the subjunctive. But you see how you've had to change the sentence slightly. You can also use a different construction altogether. For instance, il est possible qu'il soit là. It's possible that he's here, using the subjunctive. You could say peut-être qu'il est là. Maybe he's here. And that does the job very well. You could use même si, even if, instead of although. Bien que tu sois fatigué, tu dois travailler. Although you are tired, you must work. You see how we've used tu sois here, which is subjunctive. But you could say, tu dois travailler même si tu es fatigué. You have to work even if you're tired. if you like this video and would like to support me, I would really appreciate if you would leave a small tip by clicking the thanks button below the video. Merci d'avance et à bientôt.